Well, hello and welcome to Richland Spotlight, an ongoing program where we talk with city employees and shine some light on programs, projects, and events taking place in our city. Well, today we are excited to welcome back City of Richland Parks and Recreation Planning and Capital Projects Manager Phil Pinard to the program. Phil, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Good to be here.
You bet. Well, we had you back on the program in August to talk about Eagle Scout projects, and the topic we will be discussing today really piggybacks off that same community involvement piece. You know, you all in Parks Department work very hard to make sure Richland has a diverse and thriving park system, but even the City of Richland needs help from the community. And one way the community can get involved is through the Park Partnership Program. So Phil, what can you tell us about that program?
Okay, the Park Partnership Program is a grant opportunity that we provide once a year. The council set aside $20,000 each year to assist groups to actually build projects in our city parks.
Wow, great. Well, thanks for that. You know, how does the City of Richland and its residents benefit from the Park Partnership Program?
Normally what happens is we'll match up to $5,000 worth of their either material, labor, in-kind service, and it's a opportunity where we may not have it high on our list, but the neighbors want it, you know, relatively, it's important to them, so they'll come to us and apply for the money. And it gives them an opportunity to leverage their funds with our funds to make the project more viable.
Oh, perfect. And you know, the Park Partnership application is currently open. You know, we are accepting applications right now. So how can residents find the application and apply?
Well, hopefully they're out on the Parks and Recreation website and they can get a copy there, or they can either call or email me directly and I'd be glad to get them a copy of the application.
Right on. And this is a great opportunity for the community and residents. And is the program open to anyone? And more specifically, can residents apply, or does you need to be affiliated with a group or a business?
Normally it's a group of some type. It's just, you know, we haven't had any individuals who have come that have the resources to meet the match requirements, which is a 50-50 match. So normally, and in the past historically, it has been either homeowners associations, sporting groups, some of our environmental service groups, but historically it's all been associated with group applications.
Okay. And you know, I'm sure there are more examples of successful park partnerships than we can get into today, but you know, can you share with us maybe just a handful of park partnership success stories?
There is. I actually brought a list so I wouldn't forget too many of them. We have some repeat people who come back every year, like the Columbia Basin BMX people. They've done a number of improvements at the BMX facility out there in the Horn Rapids Athletic Complex. New starting gate, PA system, track improvements, things of that nature. We also have a group up in North Leslie Groves who has done some native plant revegetation. And so they've been back probably 4 or 5 years now, you know, looking for grant funding from us to purchase materials and you know, seeds and plants and things of that nature. The Richland Senior Association, I believe, came last year and they provided some patio furniture out behind the community center. We have one of our public parks, the Heritage Hills Park, that was assisted. We had assistance from the Homeowners Association to build that park. And then the Columbia Center Rotary has done a number of projects. There's a slide at Goethals that they put in. They did some benches and drinking fountains along Keene Road and the shade structure at the dog park. So that's kind of, you know, the gamut of what we get from our Park Partnership Program dollars.
Great. And you know, we did say that the application process is open. Can you talk about, I mean, how long is it open for? When is the closing date for this?
The closing date is March 28th. I believe that's the last Monday of this month, and applications need to be in by 4 p.m.
And can you talk a little bit about selection of a project? We get, you know, you're going to get I assume a handful of applications, people applying for this. Then sort of what happens? What happens after they apply?
Okay, we do. We normally will get, say, 4 to 7 applications per year. So we'll review the applications and make sure they meet the criteria, which is they have to be on a city parkland or on some other public recreational space like Richland School District. So we'll make sure they meet that criteria. We'll make sure that their form's in order, that they filled out the paperwork completely and correctly. And then we'll make sure that what they're applying for actually meets the criteria of a project that is for the benefit of the public. And once we've determined that, then we schedule all the applicants in front of the Parks and Recreation Commission. They have to do a verbal presentation, and then the Parks and Recreation Commission will make a recommendation for funding to the City Council, and the City Council will make the ultimate decision and approval for funding for the projects.
Right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the program and sharing with us this great opportunity for the community and shedding some light on the Park Partnership Program. And if you would like more information on this program, including an application to apply, you can visit either the City of Richland's or the City of Richland Parks and Recreation web pages. And of course, you can follow both the City of Richland and the Richland Parks and Recreation Department on Facebook, so make sure to search for us and give us a like. I'm Mark Ingham, and thanks for joining us on Richland Spotlight.